Hi, gorgeous human. Welcome to today's episode of the podcast. I'm excited to have you in today's. Last week episode, we talked about my story of how I went from literally being broke to build. I have $1 million business in 2 years from Africa with 3G internet connection in Cameroon. Now, today, I want to show you the secret formula of how you can build a rich and complete life, a life of all-around success and abundance, not just making money, not just having a successful career, but also having the fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, the money is good. How it looks is good, but how you feel on the inside is the most important part. And we're going to talk about that today. So after literally building a $500 million business from scratch, from a third world country, that was a success. To me, that was something that was really big. I never saw myself achieving that level of success that fast. So that was really great. And then as I created that success, I got to a place where, despite this success, publicly, I looked successful. People were applauding me. I was this coach and this successful entrepreneur who is breaking the odds and going against the odds. And all of this public success, it looked good on the outside, but deep down on the inside, I felt empty. I felt like something was missing. I felt like, despite making $50,000 in a day, all of that, I just felt like something was missing. And this phenomenon is so common among entrepreneurs because we tend to chase the dollar. You tend to chase the dollar, like I want the 10K cash month, I want the 20K cash month. But then behind the scene is like, how do you feel? When you lay down at night, how do you feel? When you look at your life, like how do you feel on the inside? It's not about how it looks on the outside. It's not about what people think about you. What is really important is how you feel on the inside. So on that journey, I got to a place where I was very unfulfilled. And as a result of this unfulfillment, I just felt stuck. I was unable to go to my next level. My mental health was going down. I had chronic anxiety, panic attacks. I remember I would wake up at night and I feel like, my world is crashing down. And I actually shared this in the other episode of the podcast, and you can check that, right? And today I just want to talk about how success is not what it looks like on the outside, right? Success is not what it looks, it's about how it feels on the inside. We live in a world and in an economy where we applaud success. We want to make money, we want to get rich, we want to manifest our dream, we want to attain that next level of success. Most of the time, we allow ourselves to attain this level of success and we create this life that we dream of. But at the end of the day, when we realize it's just all coming from the ego, when you actually satisfy the ego, you now have the dream cars, you now make the 100K cash months or whatever, at the end of the day, you sit down, your soul is still craving for something. And that something is not something that anything outside of you can give you. That something is not the thing that the new car is going to give you. It's something that only your soul has to give you. And in order for you to give the thing to your soul, you have to get on this journey of deconditioning and doing your inner work. My clients are people who have attained some level of success in their life, but they just feel like something is missing. I feel like something is missing. I feel an emptiness on the inside and they just can't lay their hands on it. Or there are people who have created some level of success and they feel like they're stuck. You get to that place where you feel like you're stuck. You're unable to break through to that next level. And you're like, what is really the problem? And maybe you're trying all the strategy. The strategy piece is okay, but then you just still feel like it's not working. Right? My clients are also the people who have created this success publicly. They look successful. Everyone wants to have their life. But then behind the scene, they can't sleep at night. They are dealing with mental health issues. They are dealing with habits that they struggled with. They are literally burning their relationships down to the ground, and their intimate and relational life is messed up, and they feel lonely on the inside. So if this is you, I want you to know that there's hope for you, because I have been on that journey and I've been there. And throughout my growth and evolution, of literally doing my inner work, transforming my life, and reprogram my mind and transcend that limited identity and do my inner trauma healing work, I can tell you that this is going to change your life. So how then can you actually go from being this public success and creating success in your life? Because the truth is, yes, you can create the success. The manifestation principles are there. I shared that in the first episode of the podcast. You need to believe in yourself and all of those things. But where there is success is in level. The first level of success success is when you just want to, survive. You're just in this survival mode. You just want to succeed no matter what. Adrenaline and everything in your body is like, I want to succeed no matter what. You really want to succeed and nothing is going to stop you. But then when you create that success, the next level open up and you're like, okay, now I have my basic needs met. Now I want more out of life. I want to have a better lifestyle. I want to drive a better car. It's more about my experiences now. I can travel, I can do everything, but now what next? And this is when you need to sit with yourself. This is when you really need to get honest with yourself and really ask yourself, am I happy? Because true success is not what it looks like on the outside. True achievement is what it feels like on the inside. It doesn't matter the number of success or the billions you have in the bank. It matters how you feel with those billions. Because yes, of course, we really want you to be more successful and get richer, make more money in your business and do all the things. But I just want you to realize that it's not about having one. It's about having it all. How can you have it all? And you have it all when you start creating from your inside, from who you are, and not just creating from your ego place. Most of the times, this is what I've learned. Our success is really driven by the ego. But when you have deconstructed the ego, now you create success from this place of the soul, which is the infinite place, then you become limitless. No longer do you feel stuck because, of course, everything has been broken down. There's no longer limitations. There's no longer the need to prove yourself. One of the things that really kill most successful people, entrepreneurs, is the tendency of wanting to please people. And it's like, I want to wear this so that I am good enough, and I want to buy this car so that people notice me. It's from the ego because it's your need to be seen, which is a child would need, was never met as a child. Now you want to portray maybe the fame and the success, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you're doing it from the place of needing validation. And this is what makes it wrong. So it's never really about, oh, you want to be successful. All of the things are good. But how can you do it from a whole place, from a complete place, a place feeling like there is nothing missing in your life? Because where you are right now, there's nothing missing in your life. And when you realize that there's nothing missing and that you are already everything that you're looking for, then you can create from that grounded place. But everything that is created from scarcity is going to create more scarcity. So if you're trying to make money from a place of scarcity, from thinking that you lack something, and making more money is going to give you something, or becoming richer is going to add something to you that you don't have, guess what is going to happen? You're going to create more scarcity. But if you create success from a complete and whole and abundant place, guess what is going to happen? You are going to create more success. Success creates more success, and the energy that you hold on the inside is going to amplify in other areas. It's going to simply amplify it. Same as money is just the tool that is going to amplify the lack or abundance that you already have on the inside. So it's not about how can I make more money because I feel like, oh, the success that I've created right now is not enough. But it's like, how can I create more because I am enough, from this place of enoughness and being abundant in myself and knowing that I am actually enough right now, and where I am, I can literally choose to say, okay, I want no more and my life is going to be transformed. How can I do that in that way? And from that place of abundance, from that place of wholeness, from that place of being confident and whole in who I am, how can I create success? Here's the thing. Everything, again, you're simply going to amplify it on the outside. If you maybe are already successful or you desire to create success and manifest money, which now I understand the difference between manifesting from the conscious level, which is from the 3D level of effort, work hard, and the inner level, which is the quantum level, which is be in alignment and then create from this place of infiniteness. When you really understand how both work, you're going to realize that wealth, abundance, money, it's really a factor of who you already are on the inside. For example, if you are somebody and in some shape or form, you already believe that you are not enough in any way, you're going to create money, but it's still going to feel like you're not enough. And this is where all the emptiness that you feel on the inside, despite the success that you have, comes from. The deep thing, core belief on the inside that I am not enough. And this core belief might have been created by trauma from your childhood. And because of this trauma, there is this story that you hold about yourself. And because you believe that you are not enough, it doesn't matter how much success you create, you are still going to feel like you are not enough. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what comes on the outside that is going to make you feel whole and complete. It's what is on the inside. It has never been about taking things from the outside. And this is one of the things, trying to look for substance, trying to look for information, trying to look for cars, trying to look for things on the inside to actually change how you feel on the inside is going to actually only create more of the disaster that you are trying to solve. Because here's the thing, no amount of substance, no amount of experiences, no amount of things that you do on this external world is ever going to fill you. Only the things that comes from the inside. So this is why it's called inner work, because it's not the work that you do on the outside. But what happens is that when most people, they're feeling depressed, or you're successful and you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like your business is stuck and you're feeling like, oh, you can't go to the next level. The thing that your brain is going to think is that immediately look for something on the outside to solve this, because you have been living such an external outward life that you believe that everything comes from the outside in, but everything comes from the inside out. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling unhappy, if you're feeling depressed, right now it is an inner thing. So no amount of substance, no amount of medication, no amount of thing that is on the outside of you is actually gonna make you to feel the void that you feel on the inside. You simply need to get honest with yourself and come back on the inside. Come back home to who you really are and sit with yourself and do the work and be willing to face yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror. Look at the trauma you've experienced. Look at your childhood. And that's the thing. Most people are like, oh no, I don't need that. I've not experienced trauma in any way. I'm good. But here's the thing. Trauma is not what happened to you. It's not about the degree of what happened on the outside. It's what happened in you. And in every way, we all have experienced some form of trauma that has broken some part of us on the inside. And this work is about you sitting with yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and going back on the inside and looking yourself and being like, okay, I need to sit myself. I am no longer going to run from this emotion. I'm no longer going to run from this pain. I'm no longer going to suppress these things using things on the outside, but I'm actually going to sit with myself. Because when you sit with yourself, this is when you decondition. You kind of like peel back everything that you thought you have known and the things that you have experienced and release all the emotional charges that you are holding to these experiences that are holding you stuck. Because in every way that you feel stuck is simply because there is an emotional block that you have, or there's a mental block. There's something that you hold around your identity that is making you feel limited. So when you do the work, which is inner work, you decondition, you deprogram, and then you come back to who you really are, which is the infinite being. The being that has no limit, the you that was never broken, the you that you were before trauma happened, the you that you were before you were told that this is true, this is false, this is wrong, this is right, and this is who you are. Because the truth is, you are an infinite being. And when you truly embody your infinite identity, there suddenly limits no longer exist. Because you realize that the power is not on the outside of you. You now realize that, oh, this is why I am the creator and I change things from the inside out and not from the outside in. And this is why on the previous episode, we talked and I shared with you that your circumstances are neutral. It doesn't have meaning until you have meaning to it. So it means that the interpretation that you give to the circumstances that you are experiencing is as a function of who you already are on the inside. So we are not about changing the things that is happening on the outside, which is your behavior, your experiences, and all the things. We are about how can we go on the inside and change who you are so that your perception can change and your view of yourself can change and transcend that limited identity so that there's a new realm that open up, which is who you really are, which is the infinite being. So again, it's about, this is how you literally create success in a way that is complete, that you feel rich and complete, because you are not creating. Everything that is coming from you is no longer coming from this place of need. It's no longer coming from this place of needing validation. For example, wanting a relationship, wanting to attract your dream man is no longer coming from a place of, oh, I need a man so that I can feel complete. Because the truth is that if you need something on the outside of you to make you feel complete, then you are not ready for that thing. If you need a man to make you feel whole, then you are not ready for a man. If you need money to make you feel good enough, then you're not ready to receive the money. And if you need money, cars, and all of these things to actually make you feel like, oh, you belong in this world, then you are not ready for that. Because the truth is that that is simply going to bring you more chaos, and it's going to bring you more drama. Because that thing is going to come in your life, and because you don't have the internal capacity and the container to hold it, it's actually going to trigger all these things that you have on the inside, and you're going to realize that, oh my God, this thing is not really what I wanted. When it's really what you want, but you were not really just ready for it, because on the inside, the container was not ready. So the way it's creating from the inside out instead from the outside in. And the inside out model is going within to change the beliefs, going within to release all the stored emotions, and going within to actually change the behavior. Because it's not about what you're experiencing right now. The emotions or the feelings that you're having and the behavior that you have is simply a function of what is going on the inside. This is why inner work is the work that I always tell people, you have to do it. You have to do it because I've seen people go from like having very successful career, making multi-million, my clients, but being so unhappy and not being able to speak their truth, not hiding. There's a part of them that is hiding and not being able to fully express who they are, to becoming the most confident and truly confident, not just faking it, not just putting things on the outside to look confident, but truly being confident from the inside and actually making money in ways that blows my mind. And I've seen people heal themselves by doing this work. Why? Because everything that is created start from the inside. And the inside is your emotional state, it is your mental state, and your view of self, and it is the way you are experiencing self and experiencing life, which is your emotional state. So if you have emotional blocks, if you have mental blocks in any way, trust me, it's going to hold you, and it's going to hold you down and back. Okay. So what really is inner work? It is the process of deconditioning and releasing all the things that stored emotion that you have in your body. So this means that it is the process of you going inside and looking at the things that you currently believe about yourself and the emotions that you hold around yourself. Because the truth is, your level of consciousness and your level of experience in this life is actually what shapes the result that you're creating. What I mean by that is this. The things that you've experienced in this life and that had emotions attached to it are the things that have literally determined what you can be, do, or have in this lifetime. And the strongest beliefs that people have are not the beliefs that they heard. They are the beliefs that had some emotional attachment to it, that trauma happened with it. So it's literally the process of healing yourself, reprogramming the subconscious mind to let go of all the limiting beliefs that you currently hold about yourself, and then transcending that limited identity as a whole to coming back to who you really are as an infinite being. And from that place of being an infinite being and knowing who you are, you then create success. You then manifest wealth, and you then build a business that is in alignment, or you then heal yourself. Because again, the power is within. It has never been on the outside of you. It has only been on the outside of you the time that you put it on the outside of you. The power to heal yourself is within you. If you want to heal your body, you can do it. But the moment you decided that you can't do it, you put it in the hands of doctors. So it's the same thing. There is nothing that you are really looking for that is not already on the inside. But unless you do this inner work to actually decondition and peel the onions and come back to the center of it, there is just still this part that is going to feel like you cannot do it. So it's really you deciding to go inside. And one thing I can tell you about inner work is that It's work that require courage. It's work that require you sitting and looking at yourself in the mirror and going, you know what? I need to do this work. And this is why most people don't do it. It sounds simple, but it's the most emotionally vulnerable work that you can ever do out there. And this is why most people run away from it, because they don't want to sit with their emotions. You don't want to face your emotions. You don't want to feel the pain. And as a result, you shut that down. This is the power of inner work. And this is the work that I help my clients with. So if this is something that you are ready for, or that you are looking at getting into, you can always reach out to me and we'll have a conversation around it. Now, that is it for today's episode. Let me know your comments in the chat and have a beautiful